Fresh Baked. We are in New Orleans Square on a bright, sunny, wonderful Monday afternoon. A land that is probably, well, it's a lot of people's favorite land, I think, in the whole park. It's Pirates of the Caribbean Day. I want to do this because Pirates of the Caribbean is going down for refurb here in a little bit. And I felt like it's been a minute since I've been to Blue Bayou. We're gonna be checking that out. And I want to get in my one last ride before, it's gonna be a couple of months before Pirates returns. I'm thinking middle of summer. So we're gonna try to get into all things Pirates of the Caribbean. We're gonna ride, of course. We're gonna go on Pirates of the Caribbean. We're gonna have lunch at the Blue Bayou, and then maybe check out some other things that are happening around New Orleans Square, the Bootstrappers, Jambalaya Jazz Band, maybe talk about Lafitte a little bit. I don't know, we'll see, we'll get into it. And our first stop, a place I haven't been in over 2 years, is Blue Bayou in New Orleans Square, right here on the water at Pirates of the Caribbean. We're gonna have some lunch here. Set the scene. You know, you really gotta set the scene. If you're gonna go ride Pirates of the Caribbean, you can't do it better than having lunch first at this amazing dining location, watching the boats go by, and then jumping on Pirates of the Caribbean. Just checked in, shouldn't take long. Ask for a water table. We'll be in there in just a few minutes. There's the flat iron steak. It's kind of a small portion.
Yeah, that's what she came here for.
But I mean, I guess that's the way it is. There's your mashed potatoes. There's your... Are we at Penn Test Kitchen right now? Do they shrink everything? There's your little salad. It's cute, it's adorable. And there's your onions, your demi onions. I mean, I do love onions, especially grilled onions. And I'm gonna wish I had more, is what I'm thinking. All right, so let's get in there. I ordered it medium. It's hard to tell. I mean, it looks, but it's a little redder than I would have expected. Wow. Very tender. Very juicy. There's a crust, which I love. I love crust, you know, burnt edges on the meat. I'm sure a lot of you do too. There's a little sauce on there. It's like they make it just for you. Sometimes when you get a really good steak, you appreciate it, you know, because so often the steaks we power through are not as succulent as this one is. Trying the mashed potatoes. Wow. Perfect. That might be the most perfect mashed potato I've ever had. I'm not a connoisseur of mashed potatoes, mind you, so I don't know if this is saying a lot, but it's the perfect amount of creaminess. Some mashed potatoes, typically mass-produced mashed potatoes, are very dry and fluffy and not at all milky. That's perfect, and well seasoned. You could taste the seasoning on there, not just salt. All right, I want to try some of this onion. I could just eat that thing whole. I really could. Very good. Very, very good. All right, last stop. Ooh. What did I just get there? I took a bite of the mashed potatoes, and I think I accidentally ate part of that salad, and it was amazing. They say only that they're market vegetables, which would be the onion and these greens. I think I see, it's hard to see, it's so dark. Whatever this green sauce is, I don't think you can tell, but there's a green sauce that the onion and the other, you know, mixed vegetables were resting in. Wow. I mean, there is a little kick to it. I don't know if spice is the right word. I had completely forgotten about my steak. I forgot about my hurricane also. I'm having the best time. The steak, the hurricane, everything. I'll tell you what, this idea, you know, the Blue Bayou idea, it's just genius. I went to, well, it's not the Blue Bayou. They have Jack Sparrow restaurant at Disneyland Paris at their Pirates of the Caribbean. Not near as good or fun as this. It's almost too big. There's almost, I think there might be too many tables. And it felt more like a restaurant as opposed to this feeling like a place that they just kind of popped up and set up along the river of the Pirates of the Caribbean. It feels more quaint, more authentic. You know, it's hard to believe that we're in Disney. I feel like this sometimes when I'm on the Mark Twain or the Columbia or in Galaxy's Edge. It's hard to believe that we're in the middle of a theme park right now. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank Shelley, who gifted us this reservation. Although I think, I mean, walking in, it can be done. I watched a few people walk in, you have to wait a little while. But you can walk in, but it's hard as heck to get a reservation. It is very difficult to get one. So thank you very much to Shelley for gifting us. She couldn't make it, so we went in her place. You know, it's funny. I was commenting on the size of the steak before. But for me personally, the portion is perfect. I would never finish a bigger steak than this. Good to the last bite. Outstanding to the last bite. Not even good, great. Thank you, Shelley. Thank you, Blue Bayou. Thank you, Disneyland. Thank you, Fresh Baked. That was fantastic. What an amazing meal. Let's do what you're supposed to do next, and that is ride Pirates of the Caribbean. And then maybe find a dessert somewhere in New Orleans Square. It's Pirates of the Caribbean Day after all. You know what Disney used to be really good at? I mean, really, really good at was promotion. Promoting new attractions, promoting things in the park. They would go all out. They would go 100%. I've talked before about how Pirates of the Caribbean opened here at Disneyland back in 1967. I mean, you know, again, I've talked about this before, but the landscape of Pirates is a lot different. But they commandeered, they put pirate actors on the Columbia, and they literally invaded this attraction here. You know what? I'm just going to show you the whole promotional clip. They filmed everything. It's one of my favorite pieces of historical vintage Disneyland media. It's fantastic.
Opening day was dark and dreary, the kind of day that would have brought a ray of sunshine into the hearts of Blackbeard or Long John Silver. Aboard the Columbia, the newspaper and television reporters were out in force to cover the grand opening, armed to the teeth with pencils and cameras. Hardly a fair match for a swashbuckling band of buccaneers armed with pistols and cannons.
And their prisoners. Victory at sea was only a prelude to pleasure on shore. With the Columbia's crew of reporters and photographers safely in tow, there was only one more hurdle for the pirates to overcome.
That's a 25-minute standby according to that sign right there. You can't see it because it's super bright out here, but this should go by in no time at all.
Alright. Our table. Let's see if we can find it. That was our table right there. Right by that little light standard there with the... Oh man, it's so lovely. What a lucky guy I was just there. And all of them too. Meanwhile, back at Pirates of the Caribbean. Yo ho!
He comes seeking adventure and saw the old pirates.
You may not survive to pass this way again. Dead men tell, now stand. They need a bit of persuasion, ladies. Fire at will. It's Captain Jack Sparrow we're after, and a fortune in gold. Run up your white flag, you scurvy scum, and bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Joe.
What be I offered for these hearty heads? Every one an egg layer. Hooray there, you bilge rat!
Quit your clucking. The gentleman wants the rum. Wonderful.
Hey, what's the rum? He as well. What I wouldn't give to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears down 'tis only me what's got the goods. Keep still.
As a matter of fact, you see that. Over here. Here, just to keep you a little bit.
Accept this magnificent treasure as my reward after living last night, skullduggery and the singing. Bring up to me, Hardy Show.
Always one of the best themed gift shops in the entire park. I love Pieces of 8. It used to be a lot more piratey in terms of the merch, but it's still plenty of ride themed, land themed merchandise here. A lot of gift shops don't go that way, but Pirates still has lots to choose from, including this fun shirt that says Avast Ye Mateys. Oh, it's like an old poster. Oh, look, it's red. A rollicking adventure with the boldest band of swashbucklers to ever terrify the Spanish Main. I have to say, I'm pretty sure they've been selling this shirt for a solid 10 years. Liz and I have this at home, but we haven't played it yet. How often does that happen where you buy a thing because it looks really cool, Pirates of the Caribbean themed game? Any kind of Disney themed game, you buy it because it's Disney and then you just leave it in the closet. I don't know, what are we waiting for? Honestly. One of these days I'm going home with this thing. The pirate ship playset. I mean, you've got all the characters up there in their piratey best, and you've got an actual pirate ship that you can run around with Mickey. I mean, how could a kid not love this? I want to be a kid again so I can play with this. I want treasure and it's like Captain's Quarters dining table. I mean, how would a kid not love this? I wish I could be a kid again and play with this. I wish I had one of these when I was a kid. I would have loved this. We've got another one here. Do you build it? It looks like it's in pieces. Yeah, I think you might have to kind of put it together a little bit. Cannon, a telescope, some piratey friends. Goofy found his treasure. Loving this. I mean, it goes without saying, the theming in Pieces of 8 is top-notch, exquisite. Actually, if you're interested, I would imagine there's probably quite a story here. If you're interested, I ran into Chris Provost earlier today in preparing for this shoot, and he said he's doing a history video on this very shop on Pieces of 8. So check out Provost Park Pass if you want to know more about Pieces of 8.
That's funny.
We got one more pirate to check out at the Royal Courtyard. And that's this guy, Fortune Red. That's clever. This thing has been around here for a very long time. This used to be an arcade, a gift shop here, Pieces of 8, and Port Royale Curios. Used to be an arcade that had arcade games like this, and I think we posited, or Ronnie posited, that this is one of the actual arcade games that you could have found in that location. It's still here. It doesn't work right now, but we did do some video coverage of this 100 years ago when the Play Disney Park app first came around. Check this out.
We're gonna have it up here so you guys can see.
Yeah, see a little contrast. Fortune Red is digging up a treasure.
Let's try that again.
Okay.
No, that's not the case. I'm the only one here. My Bluetooth's on.
What is happening?
There we go. I thought there was someone else here. Okay, so I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Pick a fortune.
Pick a fortune, Liz. Choose wisely.
Look into Fortune Red's eyes, Liz. Look into his eyes.
His eyes are closed.
Oh, there they are.
Also, could the map lighting up?
Oh, the map is. Ooh, it's fun.
It's getting our. back. Okay, wait, give me the card. But you can still read all the stories. You can still read all the parts that you have so far.
Okay, so we're chapter 2.
This tale would be not too unlike your own. Mother a sword-wielding pirate, wild and free. Father an admiral, lost at sea. Raised by me brother in the king's navy, but abandoned the fleet high and dry for a life of grand adventure, which is how I ended up locked behind iron bars. That's
so we have to come back the next day?
Yeah, or if you want to speed up, you can use quarters to just get...
Oh, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this the traditional way. Come back next week and finish our tale?
Yeah, and then you can also do Esmeralda, who has 3 separate stories.
You know, maybe my Wi-Fi will work when we're at Esmeralda.
That's a possibility.
That's a possibility. Should we head that way? Let's Avast Ye!
Thanks a lot, folks.
All right, while we're here, right behind me, actually, right behind me is Lafitte's anchor. I mentioned Lafitte at the top of the show. He's got quite a presence here in New Orleans Square. Let's talk about it. We have arrived at just outside Rivers of America. You'll find this anchor right here, and people see this, they kind of just walk right by it. We've got Lafitte's anchor. Well, they're calling it Lafitte's anchor. They're not sure if it is or not, but it's Lafitte's anchor just the same. It is said to have possibly been actually, you know, pulled from one of his pirate ships. Jean Lafitte is a pirate who ran, he sailed a ship, he captained a ship in New Orleans, and is actually kind of famous in that sense for having assisted the U.S. in defending New Orleans. I believe it was with Andrew Jackson, but eventually, well, I take that back. He was captured, or whatever you do. What do you do to a pirate? You capture them? Do you arrest them? Or
yeah, you arrest them.
Okay, so he got his butt arrested because he was a pirate, and he kept like a warehouse in New Orleans where he could distribute his pirate booty, as it were. And then they finally caught him, and he said, "I'll tell you what. Pardon me for all my sins, for my piratiness, and I will help you defend New Orleans." So here we are in New Orleans, and I guess that's kind of why they want to celebrate a pirate here in New Orleans Square, because this is a piratey place. We're in New Orleans, more or less. So there's that, and then you've also got across the way is what is known as Lafitte's Tavern. Now I don't know. It used to say Lafitte's Tavern like on the front of this building, if memory serves. Today you don't really know what it is. They don't really talk about it, or they don't really demonstrate that it's Lafitte's Tavern, except for this little sign right over here. Hold on. Yeah, that's all that remains of any sort of indication that this structure, this place, is Lafitte's Tavern. But it's pretty neat, actually, that they did all that, between Lafitte's Landing, the anchor, which we can now see across the Rivers of America. All right, Fresh Baked, there you go. That's our last history lesson of the day. Lafitte, Jean Lafitte of New Orleans. Oh, look, we got a Columbia full of, well, I thought they were going to be having fun, but they look pretty sour. I wonder if they're being, what do you call it, boarded by Jean Lafitte, the pirate.
At the Walt Disney Studio, we've always been partial to pirate stories. You remember my friends Captain Hook and Mr. Smee from Peter Pan? New Orleans was once the home of real live pirates like the notorious Jean Lafitte. So what better place for the Pirates of the Caribbean show than right here?
Well, there you have it, Fresh Baked. That concludes Pirates of the Caribbean Day. A little homage to one of the greatest attractions ever built. Here or in any other theme park. We got to have a little lunch at the Blue Bayou. That was fantastic. Oh my God, that steak. You guys, little Pirates of the Caribbean, little history for you with Lafitte throughout New Orleans Square, some beignets. What else did we do? Shopping with pieces of 8, a little bit of history there with Fortune Red. Man, what a great day. Pirates of the Caribbean has got a large presence here in New Orleans Square and at the Disneyland Resort. It means a lot to a lot of us. So I'm gonna be bummed that it's not gonna be here. You know what? That ride never lets you down, is what never lets you down. You can never get sick of Pirates of the Caribbean. What we can do is miss it. What we can do is miss Pirates of the Caribbean. It's gonna be gone probably until summer, I guess. Midsummer, June maybe. I guess they're gonna want that back before Fantasmic though. I would think, right? I am, yes.
What's up, YouTube?
Okay.
What's your YouTube channel?
All right. Hi. Are you a YouTuber? Yeah, I would think that, I mean, May seems reasonable now that I think about it, because they're gonna want this back by May. We're gonna find out. I gotta look into what's going on with that flattening conversation that Mice Chat was trying to have. I'm doubtful. It just seems like, and plus they would want that done by May. Can you do all that? Can you rip out stairs, those steps, in 2 months? Can you do it, Disney? I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. We got more coming for you. As always, stay tuned here on YouTube for more videos for Fresh Baked. Plus, you can follow us on Instagram at _Fresh Baked, on Twitter at Fresh Baked Disney, that's Fresh with no E, and on TikTok at Fresh Baked Disney. We've also got our website, freshbakedisney.com. If you like our show, we want to show you support, please do consider joining our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/freshbaked. Otherwise, whew, thanks again for watching, everybody. I love you from the heart. Be safe out there. Be kind to one another. Fresh Baked.